Welcome to The Upside with your hosts, Vernon Stewart and Tanya Vaden. This show is brought to you by the City of Pensacola. You know, the upside of Florida. We're here to keep you informed on all the changes that affect you and your community, so you're always in the know. And now, The Upside with Vernon and Tanya.
Hello, Pensacola, and welcome back to The Upside, your news and views of everything that's happening in the city of Pensacola. And we are your hosts. I'm Vernon Stewart.
And I'm Tanya Vaden.
So we're back with another show this week. We're really excited about some of the things we're talking about today. We're going to be talking about some of the spring programs we got going on, some of the things that are happening at our community centers. We're going to talk about the airport's TSA Precheck. We got some new information at the port, so we're really excited, and we got a lot of information for you today.
So Vernon, did you know that this week is International Networking Week?
I do now.
I'm surprised you didn't know that.
No, I did not know. You know, networking is very important, especially being a staple in the community. It's very important to get out there and network yourself, put yourself out there, and meet new people. So we got some ideas.
Yes, actually, some recommendations are, if you're new to networking, try to find a group that you want to join. And if you are not new to networking, maybe you know somebody who you think might need to get out and network more. Invite them to a meeting that you go to. Yeah. And, kind of give them an opportunity to network and meet some new people. Or maybe find somebody new in your group to talk to this week.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think get to know them better. I
think that would be a good call to action for some of the groups here in Pensacola.
Absolutely.
Invite somebody different to your group, to your meeting. Bring in that. It's always good to have someone from outside of the box to kind of bring in some new, fresh ideas. We're always talking about ideas, and that's one of the best ways to do that.
It really is. And, being new to Pensacola just in the last few years, that has really helped me to get to know people in the community, and just having people like Vernon even who have introduced me to others in other groups in the community so that I could get out there and network.
So get plugged in. So last week we talked about planning your vacation.
Yes.
So for those of you that are serious about this and actually started planning a vacation, we got some news for you. Tanya, do you travel very often through the airlines?
Quite a bit, actually. I fly out of Pensacola International quite a bit.
One of the things that people, I guess, would say complain a lot about when it comes to air travel is going through those TSA check lines, those security check lines. Those can be a headache.
That is a drag.
Yeah. Taking off your shoes, taking off your shoes, belts, taking off jackets. I know when I recently flew out of the country not too long ago, and it's just insane, and it can be exhausting sometimes.
It is. And thankfully it's usually pretty easy in our Pensacola airport. Mm-hmm. You can usually get through security pretty fast. Yeah. But on your return flight when you're coming back, if you're in a busy airport, it can be, it can take quite some time, and you've got to wait in line a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the benefits about our airport is it is a better experience.
It is.
It's a really
one of
good
the
experience.
best I've ever seen.
Absolutely, and it's gotten even better. So we do this every year. Mm-hmm. The Pensacola International Airport has just announced that we now have, again, the temporary enrollment center will be returning the TSA Precheck, which is an expedited screening program for those that may frequently travel through the air travel, or some of those that don't even travel as much, that don't want to have that added
stress. If you're running late getting to the airport, or for whatever reason, maybe you've got a lot of luggage you had to check or whatever. It just kind of makes things a little bit easier.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's an expedited screening process. You don't have to, once you get through the application process, you don't have to take off your shoes. You don't have to do these, dump out your carry-on bag for all these liquids, your laptops. It's, there's so many things that you have to do when you go through the security, which is a good thing.
It is. We want to be safe.
Absolutely. It's a good thing. I'm not saying that it's not, but it is an added stress, like you said. So once you get through this application process, if you're interested in this TSA Precheck, you can just breeze right on through. It makes it even easier than it already is. So the application process, of course, you're gonna have to do fingerprints. There's an $85 fee. We're going to put a link in the description for those of you that are interested in pursuing this TSA Precheck. It's just an added benefit, especially for those who are frequent air travelers.
And when is it?
So it's going to be starting from March the 12th, 2018 through March the 16th is the registration. It's going to be from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. and then also from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. So like I said, we're going to put a link down in the description. We're going to make it a little bit easier for those that are watching right now. We'll put a link in the description for those of you that are seriously interested in this, so you can go ahead and start the application process.
Excellent. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and sign up.
Yes.
So Vernon, I heard that we're going to have a new visitor at the port that's going to be back for pretty frequently,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. So we have exciting news. Yes, we do, coming out of the port of Pensacola. We have this new World Direct Shipping route now to and from the port of Pensacola from Coatzacoalcos in Mexico state of Veracruz. They are actually now here in Pensacola. This is now going to be some general cargo that is going to be containerized going to and from Florida and Mexico. So this is really big for us here in Pensacola and for the port of Pensacola because this is going to fall into a smaller niche container market, which is something that we've been looking at doing for quite some time now. Wow,
well, that's great. Whoever put that together, that's a great accomplishment.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's going to be 2 vessels going to and from the port of Pensacola and Coatzacoalcos. It is going to be the Queen Bee. That's a 435-foot long vessel. And there's also another charter vessel, which is of similar size.
Wow, very cool. So people might want to even go down to the port and see the boat and see how big it is.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're going to start seeing a little bit more traffic at the port of Pensacola, which is something that we're really excited about. This will provide more opportunities for more exports through the Pensacola port of Pensacola from the Southeast U.S. market, which is something that we're really excited about, something that we've been looking at. The port of Pensacola, of course, as we all know, has been under the microscope lately, but this is something that's huge for the port and we're really excited about.
That's fantastic news.
Yeah. So we have baseball season coming around the corner. We're really excited about the springtime. A lot of things start picking up here in the Pensacola community in the spring.
Yes.
So we have some programs coming up as well, right, Tanya?
That's right. We are actually starting to take applications now too from interested organizations who want to park vehicles for the Blue Wahoos baseball season this year. We have 15 homestands this year, and
nice.
Each homestand is about 5 games. Sometimes they're consecutive days, sometimes they're split up. But this gives organizations an opportunity to raise awareness for their organization and also to fundraise too, because we share some of the profits from the parking program with that organization. So you volunteer for a week, basically. It's first come, first serve. And like I said, we have 15 homestands this year, so there's opportunity for 15 nonprofit organizations to raise money this summer, this spring and summer actually, because the first homestand will be April the 11th through the 15th. And like I said, we have 15 of those throughout the season, so it'll go through September. Yeah,
now I know firsthand that is a really good program because, believe it or not, there are some nonprofits out there that this is a big moneymaker for them.
Yes, absolutely. And we are excited to give them the opportunity to be able to give back to the community through the parking program there. And allow those organizations to fundraise and raise some awareness too for what they do in the community, because people, believe it or not, do ask. You know, a lot of our organizations, they'll wear their T-shirts and their hats and memorabilia and stuff, and so it gives people an opportunity to ask a little bit more about the organization as well.
Now, if they do want to go ahead and get signed up and get registered, how do they do that again?
They can call Nikki Gray. She is our special events supervisor at Community Maritime Park, and her telephone number is 436-5671, or you can email her directly at ngray, that's Gray, at cityofpensacola.com.
Awesome. So we're really excited about that program. And in addition to that, we also have some more sports related programs coming up here in the near future.
Yes, adult softball and kickball. I know we talked about it a few months ago, and our winter season is getting ready to wrap up right now, but registration's kicking off throughout the whole month of February for our spring session. So that will start in March and go through May, and hopefully finish up in May if we don't have any, strange weather.
Yeah.
But you can register for your teams. We've got softball and kickball in the spring season. And we do ask that you turn in a roster for your team, but that doesn't have to be turned in until, the final days. Until the season's about to start. But you can find out more information if you go on playpensacola.com and find out all the season information, where to go to register, and all of that good stuff.
So that is just another way for folks to get active. I mean, there's so many opportunities for people, not even just young people, but also adults to get active and stay active in the community, correct?
Yes, absolutely. And speaking of that, we also want to remind people that our weight rooms are available for them too. In addition to the fitness classes that we offer at our resource centers, we have weight rooms that have not only free weights, but also cardio equipment and other exercise equipment too. And so the great thing about that is that you don't have to have a membership.
Yeah. That's a big
There's
deal.
no commitment. You can pay $1 per visit, or you can pay $10 a month. And, most people can probably commit to a month, and especially at $10, to come in and work out. And actually, if you're 50 or older, it's actually free.
Oh, wow. That's a big deal.
Yeah. So really no excuse to get in there. Like I said, there's free weights, there's cardio and other exercise equipment.
And it's probably a judgment-free zone as well?
It is pretty judgment-free. I mean, most people that are in there, they don't want to be judged either. So, definitely a judgment-free zone.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. And, I'm really excited, to hear that, because, I mean, a lot of people do go to the gym, different gyms in the community, but some of the reasons that they may not go is something that you can find at one of these.
Exactly. Our gyms are less crowded and, like you said, judgment free. So, I think that appeals to a lot of people that, they don't want that aggravation.
Right. So there's your opportunity.
Absolutely.
So our nonprofit of the week this week is United Way of Escambia County. So I met with Laura Gilliam. She is the new president and CEO of United Way of Escambia County. And also I sat down with Kelly Jason. She's the development director for United Way. And we're really excited about some of the things that United Way is doing. We are now getting ready to kick off our
own city campaign.
Our own city campaign. So we're very involved with United Way of Escambia County. They're doing a lot of great things, and they've got a lot of forward momentum going on, and they got some great ideas. Let's take a look at our conversation. So here we are with the folks of the United Way of Escambia County. I got Laura Gilliam, which is the president and CEO of United Way of Escambia County. And we also have Kelly Jason, recently awarded Rising Stars in Weekly. She is the director of development for United Way of Escambia County, correct?
Yes,
Did I get that right? Good. Okay, so we have the pleasure of becoming one of the very first people to introduce Miss Laura Gilliam. She's new to the area. So Laura, could you tell us a little bit about your background, where you're from, how'd you get involved with United Way, and how'd you end up in Pensacola?
Sure, absolutely. So I've been here, this is my 4th week. And so while I'm new to Pensacola, I'm not new to United Way. I worked for United Way of the River Cities in Huntington, West Virginia for 12 years. Prior to that, worked for another nonprofit. So I've been in the nonprofit sector for about 21 years.
Oh, wow.
And this looked like a great opportunity, beautiful area, and I was ready for some new challenges. So I'm excited to be here and look forward to working with this great staff.
Great. And this is not your first time here in Pensacola. You've been here before. You have family here, correct?
Yes, okay. Our son is at the Naval Air Station in flight school, and so we moved him down in 2016 and have been here to visit, and really have enjoyed it.
Awesome. And what do you think about the area?
It's beautiful. Really excited to be close to the beach. That's been kind of a lifelong dream. So that's been exciting. Yeah.
Are you having to adjust to the weather at all?
It's been warmer here than where I came from, so that's not been bad. That's been actually a very good thing.
Okay, great. So United Way of Escambia County, they're a very big pillar in our community. They're involved in so many different things. They're involved with so many different agencies. Kelly, can you tell us a little bit about the local United Way of Escambia County chapter, if you will, and just tell us what your involvement is in the community and a little bit of the history of it?
Absolutely. United Way of Escambia County has been here in our community for more than 93 years, which I think is pretty impressive to think about that stability that we've had here in Escambia County. Ultimately, we fight to address the gaps in health, education, and financial stability for every citizen of our community. We want to make sure that nobody is unfortunately falling through those gaps, that they are all receiving the services that they need. And sometimes we know that one emergency may throw a whole family off kilter. So United Way and our partner agencies, we provide a variety of services addressing so many different health and human service needs like food, clothing, shelter, reading to children to help them develop the pre-literacy skills they need for success. So there's just a variety of services that are provided by United Way and our partner agencies.
Okay. What would you say that the biggest needs are for your agency organization that you need from the community?
Absolutely. We always say there are 3 ways to get involved with United Way of Escambia County. You can give, you can advocate, and you can volunteer. And giving, of course, comes in many different forms, and there are many different opportunities to give. We're probably most well known for hosting our workplace campaigns. There are hundreds of local companies who give very generously to United Way each year and provide their employees with the opportunity to receive information about United Way of Escambia County and what we're doing here in our community. Certainly, if you are retired or maybe you work at an organization that doesn't yet have a workplace campaign, we also have thousands of individual donors who join forces with us as well. So there are many opportunities to give through our website, unitedwayescambia.org, or through the mail, or we would love to talk with anybody who's interested in making that financial gift to Escambia County. The city is kicking off your workplace campaign, so certainly have to highlight you all that you've been one of our phenomenal partners for a really long time, and we really do appreciate the support we receive from the City of Pensacola and its employees. Last year, y'all were recognized as our 15th highest workplace campaign, as the 15th most generous company that we work with across the board. So that meant thousands and thousands of dollars were invested here in our local community, thanks to the generosity of the City of Pensacola employees.
Absolutely. We greatly appreciate that, and we've recently had a couple of meetings that we're actually taking it up a notch this year. So there's a real big push from employees within the city to try and take it up to level. Because of course, we support you guys and everything that you guys do and everything that you're going to be doing in the future. So we're very excited to be a part of that. So, Laura, what specific plans do you have moving forward for United Way of Escambia County here in Pensacola? I know you've been involved with United Way previously in other locations, so you have a breadth of experience in that realm. So do you have any ideas or any specific things that you see United Way of Escambia County going to kind of take us up to that next level?
Well, I think one of the challenges that United Way in general has, and I think this one as well, is messaging, is helping people truly understand the work that we do, the issues that we're trying to address through funding to partner agencies, but also the work that we do through VITO, which is the free tax preparation, through our 211, which is the free call for people who might need assistance with health and human services. So that's really key, and that's one of the things that we're working with the team on, is to really help people understand what it is that United Way is doing and how it's affecting the community. Obviously, also to help people understand that their gift is so valuable, whether it's a small gift or a large gift, it makes a huge difference in the community, and the more money we raise, the more we're able to distribute back to the community.
Awesome. Okay, so again, I know you guys got a lot going on. You're involved in so many different things. We're excited about the direction United Way of Escambia County is going. Is there anything else you guys want to share to our audience? Let them know what's going on, how they can get involved. So the floor is yours.
Fantastic. That's my favorite question. How can people be involved? And there are always a number of volunteer opportunities as well. We have a volunteer center hub within United Way of Escambia County, and we're really able to make referrals to the work that we do and also to all of our certified nonprofit partner agencies as well. So we're really able to find the best opportunity for any individual or group who is willing to make that gift of time back to the community. So I think that that's always important, that anybody who's interested, whether that's one time, you've got a few hours on a Friday afternoon that you want to give back, or you're ready to make a commitment of once a month or once a quarter as a team, you want to have a team building activity and volunteer together, please reach out to our volunteer center so that we can make a referral or find the best project that's going to align with your skills and your passion and that time that you have available back to our community.
Absolutely.
And I would also encourage people to call us, email us, ask questions. If you've got a group you think would be interested in learning more about United Way, invite us to speak. I think that's one of the best ways to help people really clue in and understand the work that we're doing is to have us go and answer questions and present to their group. So we're always open for those opportunities as well.
Awesome. Growing up here in Pensacola, one of the things that is a big staple being in this community is that nonprofits and people volunteering and people having that advocacy is real big here in our community. So this is a perfect opportunity for folks who want to get involved, don't know how to get involved. Here's a call to action for them to do so. So you guys heard it here, folks. This is how you can get involved. If you're sitting at home watching this, you want to find out a way to get involved in your community, this is how you do it. Get in contact with the folks over here at United Way of Escambia County. Thank you, Laura. Welcome to Pensacola. Kelly, Jason, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Appreciate the opportunity.
All right. So that was a very good conversation I had with the folks over the United Way of Escambia County. So if you want to give, if you want to advocate, or if you want to volunteer, be sure to reach out to the folks at the United Way of Escambia County. Again, that website is unitedwayescambia.org.
All right, Vernon, it is time for our big reveal for a trivia question last week. Yep. And we had a winner.
Yes, we have a winner. John Dane is the winner of our trivia, which was, again, it was how many fire stations we had in the city of Pensacola and how many firefighters we have employed at the fire department. John Dane, he came the closest. The answer is 129 is the correct answer. His guess was 120.
That's pretty close.
Yeah, that's as close as you're going to get.
John.
Yeah, absolutely. So the amount of firefighters, and this includes the administrative staff, it's 3 shifts. It's a total of 114 positions, or 38 per shift across 6 stations to protect the residents and visitors. We got one battalion chief, 8 captains, 10 lieutenants, 19 professional firefighters. And on top of that, you have a fire chief, assistant fire chief, a training officer, facilities maintenance, 3 fire prevention personnel, a fire marshal, a fire captain, and a fire lieutenant. Also, administrative officer, administrative account clerk, and 6 fire cadets.
Whew, I'm glad you didn't ask that specific.
Yeah, so we really could have got really deep into that, but we just wanted to have the total number guess as close as you can. As you can see, there's a lot of people involved in that operation over there.
There's a lot of people to serve and protect.
Yeah, absolutely. And that number is going to continue to grow. I mean, we got fire cadets coming in all the time. We had an employee recognition event last week, and there's fire cadets in there. They're ready to roll.
That's exciting.
So once again, congratulations, John. We'll get a hold of you. I got an email out to you right now, so we'll go ahead and coordinate your prize pickup.
Excellent. And so we have a new trivia question for this week?
Yep, we have a new trivia question for this week. This is sanitation services related.
And I'll tell you what you're going to win. We've got a new prize as well. We've got this Parks and Recreation picnic blanket.
That's awesome.
So it's nice. It's got a little liner on the back of it, so you can set it out. And even if the ground's a little wet, it'll keep you from soaking through there, hopefully.
That's going to come in handy moving into these next few months.
Yes,
Springtime's coming up. Got all these activities.
Great for events.
Yeah, they're perfect. So the trivia question this week, like I said, is sanitation services related. So the question is, how many trucks are used for yard trash, garbage, and recycling?
All 3.
All 3.
Not each one individually, just all 3.
No, just all 3. Closest guess wins. Remember, folks, it's a guess. I mean, we're not expecting you to get spot on. So leave a comment down in the comments section on what you think the number of total trucks is, and then you'll win that nice, handy-dandy Parks and Recreation picnic blanket. So again, the question is, how many trucks are used for yard trash, garbage, and recycling?
All right. Well, that's all that we have for this week. Be sure and like and subscribe to this video and share it with your friends, most importantly.
Sharing is caring.
Absolutely. We'll see you next week.
This has been The Upside with your hosts, Vernon Stewart and Tanya Vaden. This show has been brought to you by the City of Pensacola. The upside of Florida. Join us again next week for more of The Upside.